from Tesla for $80. What should we do with it? Okay, I guess maybe we should start getting ready.
Okay, ready.
And we are off. Or actually, we've been on the road for almost 2 hours now, but I wanted to fill you guys in with some trip data between Phoenix and Las Vegas. So let me back up a little bit and clear the air. No, I'm not paid by Tesla, but we did receive a refund check in the mail from Tesla. If you guys remember, back in May, actually, of this year, we bought this 2018 Model 3 Performance from Tesla's used inventory. And when you buy a car from Tesla, they often estimate the registration fees associated with that purchase. And sometimes the buyer will have overpaid for the registration fee. And in this case, Tesla refunded that overpay. So it happens often. I did some research and it's not uncommon for that to happen. So that part explains the check in the mail. I also wanted to address this trip to Las Vegas. It's not a last minute spur of the moment trip, but instead it was a planned trip that we wanted to do, sort of like a belated 30th birthday celebration. We thought we'd get out of town, go to Las Vegas, have a few drinks, some fancy dinners, and see a show. We're actually going to see the Jabberwockies, so we're super excited about that. I've never seen them in person, so that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, we thought we'd bring you guys along for the ride to show off some of this cool scenery and share some of the trip data, which we'll take a look at now. So the total trip was supposed to be about 5.5 hours between Phoenix and Las Vegas, with one charge stop in Kingman, Arizona, which right now is only saying it's going to take us 15 minutes to get back to the optimal charge to continue the trip. So that's great. So I guess the next time you'll see us is when we get there to Kingman in about an hour. Open the butthole. Alright, so we're finishing up our charging here in Kingman, Arizona. As you guys remember, on our way up here, I was estimating that it would take us about 15 minutes to charge here in Kingman, and then we could continue our trip. So the reality is that the superchargers here in Kingman are, for whatever reason, a little bit limited. I'm not really sure what that's about. I noticed that there are some temporary chargers that are set up on the opposite side of these permanent stalls. So I'm wondering if the presence of those is limiting the charge rate on the permanent ones, but who knows. But they're only charging at about 55 kilowatts for whatever reason, so it's taken us closer to like 25 minutes. So I just wanted to be transparent with you guys and let you know that with Teslas, with our car, with this trip, sometimes things don't go as planned, but you got to be able to roll with the punches. And we're just trying to have a good time here, and we're not going to stress about stuff like this. So we took the opportunity to obviously use the restroom and grab a bite to eat. I guess the next time you'll see us is when we pull up to the hotel in Vegas. All right, you guys, that's going to wrap up our short trip here to Las Vegas, Nevada. We've been here for a few days now. Obviously, we got here with no issues whatsoever, with the exception of that longer than expected stop in Kingman, Arizona. But it's about time that we head home. But first, I want to show you guys a short little montage of our activities while we were here. So we ended up staying at the Hilton at Resorts World. They had complimentary level 2 charging in the parking garage, which is how we managed to do our entire trip without spending a penny on fuel. While we didn't spend money on fuel, we spent plenty of it on shopping and food. The food court in our resort was a multicultural Asian cuisine-inspired street fair, which was right up my alley. I probably ate 20 bao buns, and this is the fully decked out fitness center where we tried our best to work off that food. We also managed to catch a glimpse of an incognito Hyundai Ioniq 5, which looked to be testing some self-driving software. Next, we checked out Jabberwockies Live, which was so cool. They're a world-renowned hip-hop dance crew that won ABDC back in 2008. I highly recommend checking out their show. After partaking in some adult beverages, I thought I'd try out this oxygen bar, which I honestly thought was a gimmick, but it actually helped a lot. Next, we did a spa day at the Awana Spa, which is possibly the highlight of our trip. They had this beautiful pool, which they called the Fountain of Youth. So relaxing and well worth the money. And on the last night of our trip, we visited Starlight on 66, which was this rooftop bar restaurant with great atmosphere, delicious crab cakes, and an amazing view. Overall, this trip was much needed and well deserved. We can't wait to go back. Links to all the featured attractions will be in the description below. Alright you guys, figured this is a good spot to end the vlog. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Blake Check, and that's a wrap.